So slow down.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down, stop.
Break!
Break!
Stop! Break!
What's up, YouTube?
No, I was pressing the button as you said it.
What's up, YouTube? Cliff and Pete here with the Sunday Drive. As you just heard, something bad happened when my brother tried to teach a friend how to drive stick shift. This is the aftermath. So today we're going to be showing you how to remove and replace your WRX bumper. This is a 2016 model. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Tool and Die Designs. They hooked us up with these awesome hoodies and some of our other shirts that you've seen. They also printed our logos on the back, which look really sweet. Thanks for doing that, guys. Go check out their link below in the description of this video. Let's swap this bumper. Alright, so this is going to be a very simple removal. All you're going to need to get the bumper off of the vehicle are some basic pry tools. If you have a flathead screwdriver, that would work. Got these at Harbor Freight. They come in a kit. Some sort of pliers or vice grips, maybe some needle nose. You'll need a 10mm socket and whatever extensions you want for that to remove the bolts at the top of the bumper. And then this is something you can get at any auto parts store. It does come in handy. It's a trim removal tool. Let's get started.
You got lucky that it had rained a lot and that pole like just pushed over it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, so we're down underneath the vehicle. Basically, you're gonna have 9 scrivets that you have to remove. Some of these have already been removed, courtesy of my brother's friend running over a pole. So you have one on either corner, right here. This is behind the, right in front of the driver's side front tire. So you got one right here. Then you have 1, 2. And then in the center you have one. You would have a middle one right here, but that was removed courtesy of my brother's friend. And then you have a third one over here, and then 3 more on the other side. Let me practice on one first so I can get an idea.
Alright, I'll videotape that anyway.
Okay.
Practice, you say?
Alright. So this is what they look like.
So, since you said screwdriver, flathead.
So if you have someone, or if you have, doing this with 2 hands, push up on this top part while you pry down on the bottom part. So I'm pushing up with this one while Pete is prying down. The other part, once you have it that far removed, you can put your tool up in the top part and pry that out. So yeah, if you get it started with a flathead, then you can get this pry tool in there a little easier. And that comes right out. Alright, so we're right here on the driver's side fender well right now. Inside there's 2 pins you need to remove. You got to remove this one right here. I already started it on that. And this one over here as well. And this one right here, you actually need to push this in like so. You can start it with a screwdriver, pry it out a little bit, and then get your trim removal tool and pop it out. Alright, so once you have it removed, it's like this. You can see it's pushed in just a tiny bit there. That's what we had to do to loosen this. So what you want to do when you go to put it back in is you push it back out the other way, and you can see it pops through. So you can actually take this out completely. Like so. So you just push that part in right there like that, and stick that centerpiece in until it pops in and goes flush. Once you have the bottom and the fender wells disconnected, you're going to go along the top. Now you have 3 of the same scrivets that we removed from the bottom. So it's easy to start that with a flathead, and then just go with your pry tool and remove that the rest of the way. The same I did on the bottom, just rotate that up, get some space to get your pry tool under there. Oh, come out. There it goes. And once you got those 3 removed, you're going to have 6 10mm bolts to remove.
You'll have all these double shots.
Perfect.
You're the behind the scenes footage guy. The making of.
You're gonna gross out the viewers.
I have a cold today, so my voice sounds a little deep, that's why. Alright, so this piece will lift right out now. Alright, so your bumper at this point, all the bolts and connectors have been removed. What you're going to want to do next is come over to your fender wells, pull them out, and then pull your bumper straight off. So over here, you're just going to want to pry this out. Metal tangs in here that we're releasing, and they just go on these, so that just pull that straight out. Do the same on your driver's side. So you're going to basically pull this straight out at this point, but you kind of want to have someone pulling from both sides so that you don't scratch anything. You pull it out, Chef? Alright, so as you pull this out, there's more clips right underneath the lighting right here that are going to pull out. So you'll have to give it a little bit of a tug. Alright, now once you have that released, you do have some wiring underneath here for your blinkers. So this comes down and you're going to need to disconnect this right here. If you have fog lights, you might have some more wiring that you have to disconnect. So on this, you're going to push down on that tab right there and then pull back, and that'll disconnect your blinkers. Now if you're replacing your bumper, you're going to need to take out all of your fog lights, bezels, as well as these two grills. So we're going to show you guys how to take those out right now. This just pops off. It has a whole bunch of tabs. As you can see, this one's mostly disconnected already from the crash. So we're just going to pull that off the rest of the way. This just has a whole bunch of little clips. This will pull right off. Luckily, this was pretty much undamaged, so we'll be able to reuse that. Now for your main grill, you're going to have a whole bunch of Phillips head screws you got to remove. Tangs down here, you got to push up and push out. You got the same up top. So you're going to want to go in here, pry this down, and then pull that out. Alright, so this top piece comes out. And now you can work on removing the grill itself. You're going to press down on each one of these tabs in the center and push out. Alright, we've already released the bottom ones here. And then you have one on either side you got to release as well. And that comes right out. Up next, we're going to remove the fog light bezels. And again, want to be more gentle on your bumper, but because we're replacing this bumper. Alright, so this is just held in by a whole bunch of tangs. Just going to pry those out of the way. Push it down. Alright, so that came out with basically these. There's 3 tangs, but these 2 I pried out, and then it just has these clips holding it in. So you want to pry it from this side, then it'll fall out. Alright, and you've got this plug that just pulls right out. 110mm to remove these 2 bolts that are holding in your blinker. Now if you have the fog lights, you're going to have more stuff to remove here, but he doesn't. And you probably want to hold this up while you're doing this so this doesn't fall out of the assembly. Actually, there's 2 clips, one right here and one on the back side. And you're going to pry that one back there, and then this blinker assembly will just remove. Alright, so that's that removed. We're going to do the same on the other side. So again, we're prying out these 2 prongs to remove cover. You just push one out, and actually releases pretty easily. It drops right out. So that drops right out. We're going to remove these 2 10mm bolts, nuts. Alright, now there's 2 prongs on this. There's one on the back side and one up front. Alright, so we're going to pry that one out right there, push it down, and hold your fog light so it doesn't fall out here. Then we're going to pry this one out, and then just push that out and away, and pull that through. Alright, so that's everything removed from the bumper. As you can see, it's very straightforward. You need some very basic tools, really easy. We did this in less than 20 minutes. And that's with videotaping the whole process. So if you were doing this yourself, you can easily do it in under 15 minutes.
Dude, clean that up.
All right, guys, so that's it for this video. We are gonna have a separate video linked at the end of this one showing how to install my brother's new grill by Grillcraft. So we'll put it back on and show you guys how to do that. Thanks, guys.
$800 gone.